Well, let's get some more reaction to today's events. From Westminster, I'm joined by the Liberal Democrat Layla Moran and the Conservative Gillian Keegan, who's a PPS to the Health Secretary, Matt Hancock. Gillian Keegan, well, the Cummings wing have made it clear that if there is a election after a delay, then it'll be force on no deal, getting Brexit done immediately. Are you, somebody who was very much against no deal, prepared to go along with that?
Well, I think what they've actually said is it's the government's strong preference to get a deal. And they have put forward a deal. They want to sit down and negotiate a deal. And they will work every hour till the last hour to get a deal.
Yeah, but you've read the briefings. You know what they say. They make it clear that if the deal falls and the extension kicks in, they will fight the election on Brexiting straight away.
Well, the first thing is you need an election.
Go along with that?
The first thing is you need an election. So first thing, the deal needs to fall. I mean, despite the rhetoric, and this is always to be expected, I've been telling constituents of mine for a long time, this level of rhetoric as we get towards the end of this process is going to be deafening. All the signalling, all the positioning, all of the blaming, it's perfectly reasonable to see where a deal can land here to avoid all the things that you've just been talking about.
You are avoiding my question, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I'm basically saying...
I'm asking you a simple question, which is, if it comes to it, are you prepared to campaign for no deal?
I've always said I absolutely am against no deal, mostly because, first of all, the reason we'd be in that situation is because 30 MPs of any colour have not voted for a deal, a previous deal in the House of Commons, or because the EU will not sit down and negotiate, again, another perfectly reasonable offer from the UK government, to a good starting point. They very much tried to take into account the concerns that have been expressed. And if they refuse to sit down, then it makes no sense to do no deal.
Do you think...
But actually, if they push us to a situation, let's be honest here, the EU have tried to have this in a way, their own way. Article 50 stacks it all in their favour in terms of sequencing. And now they're trying to say we're not going to sit down and have a conversation.
Do you think...
They need to sit down and have a conversation. That's the responsible thing to do.
Do you think Dominic Cummings' wings need clipping?
I don't think Dominic Cummings is I don't even know Dominic Cummings. I listen to the Prime Minister and the Cabinet Ministers. And yes, if he's saying things like what the next strategy is going to be and what's going to be in the manifesto, that is way outside of his job description as far as I'm concerned.
Layla Moran, do you now seem to agree with many Conservatives that no deal is preferable to Jeremy Corbyn?
Absolutely not, no, and we've never said that. I absolutely would not accept that, and neither has Joe Swinson and no one else in the party. No deal.
And why won't you back him?
This is where Gillian and I are on the same side. No deal would be utterly catastrophic for this country, and no one wants that. And all we've ever done is point out that actually he needs the numbers. Even if we did back him, he still also needs to get... You heard Amber Rudd on the Today programme this morning say that there is no way she would back him. We've heard countless Conservative, now independent or former Conservative MP say the same thing. If Jeremy Corbyn even tried to do this, he would fail. It would be utterly embarrassing for him. So let's move on that conversation and find someone.
Either way. And that doesn't bode well, does it, for doing any deals come the election? You know, the idea that Remainers will be able to agree in seats over where to vote tactically in order to stop a no-deal Brexit is fast disappearing, isn't it? Because you and Labour are in disagreement.
Not at all. And actually, we are high-level talks about how we form a Remain alliance across this country for the next election are still ongoing. But the fact is, Jeremy Corbyn has never had the numbers, and the sooner he accepts that, it's not about the Liberal Democrats. It's actually the real boogeyman in this room is Boris Johnson. And at the last point in your video just now, it was clear he is the one who can choose to take this country off no deal or not. What we need to agree on is that we find a way to ensure that extension is secure. And whilst Boris Johnson has said that he will do it, until he has sent the letter and it is signed, sealed and delivered, actually everything else is still on the table. No deal is the ultimate thing that we must avoid.
Layla Moran, thank you very much indeed. Gillian Keegan, thank you as well.